Hi guys, welcome to Keeping It Simple Crafts. I hope everyone is doing good. Today I'm going to show you how I made these two Easter decorations. Most everything came from Dollar Tree, so they're easy and inexpensive to make. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment, share, and if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I would love to have you as a subscriber. For the first DIY, you're going to need one Dollar Tree 14-inch wreath form, and you're going to need 11 of these large styrofoam Easter eggs from Dollar Tree. You are also going to need some ribbon to wrap your wreath form. I am just using some ribbon from Sam's Club, but you'll want to use some coordinating ribbon that goes pretty with your Easter eggs, and you're just going to wrap your entire wreath form. And here's my little helper, Miss Willow Ray. She is getting so big. My daughter was tapping her fingers, trying to get her to come toward us so you could see her cute little face, but she just stared at us. But she loves getting up on the table, which I don't really like that, but she loves getting up on the table and playing with the things that I'm making. My daughter has bought her all kinds of toys to play with, but her favorite toy is a plastic fork. Isn't that crazy? She loves a plastic fork. First, you're going to want to flip your wreath over to the back side and carefully hot glue your ribbon onto the wreath ring. Make sure you don't hot glue it down to your table, and you might want to put on your hot glue finger guards when you're gluing your ribbon on. And you're just going to take your ribbon, try not to overlap it too much, get it nice and tight, and wrap the entire circle. Now, you don't have to use expensive ribbon. Whatever color ribbon or brand ribbon you want, use some leftover ribbon just so you have your wreath form covered, and it will show a little bit, so that's why I said choose something that goes pretty with your Easter eggs. It's easier for me to cut the ribbon in strips and wrap the wreath form, and then just hot glue it when I get to the end, start a new piece, hot glue it on, and so on. I have made an Easter egg wreath before using the smaller styrofoam Easter eggs from Dollar Tree and also plastic Easter eggs, but I thought these larger styrofoam eggs were just so pretty, so I wanted to see how they would look on a wreath. So here's how it looks with the wreath form wrapped in ribbon. Now you're ready to hot glue on some of your Easter eggs. Now my Easter eggs came from Dollar Tree. Walmart does sell them. I think they're around $1.89 or $1.97 at Walmart. I just pulled the ribbon hanger out of the end of the egg, then added some Gorilla Glue, hot glue onto the side of the egg, pressed it down on the wreath form, and just held it a little while so it had time to dry. I put my Easter eggs where that they were touching, so I added a little bit of hot glue in between each one so that just made them a little more stable. It took 11 total of these styrofoam Easter eggs, the larger size, from Dollar Tree to complete this wreath. My pattern did not work out just as planned, but I added the bow there, so it works out okay. I am using Gorilla Glue hot glue sticks and Gorilla Glue hot glue gun, and I have my hot glue gun set on low temp, so just be very careful hot gluing your Easter eggs on. Kind of hold them for a little while and let the glue have time to dry. Now it's time to tie a big bow for our Easter egg wreath, so let out a tail, make a loop, pinch it tightly in your left hand, go to the other side, make another loop the same size as your first loop, Go back to the first side, make another loop. Check to make sure your loops are the same size on each side, then let out a tail, and you'll want to use ribbon with wire to make your bow because the loops will just stand up and it's easier to work with and it just holds its shape better. Now I'm using 1.5 inch width ribbon with wire to go on top of the 2.5 inch width ribbon with wire. So I'm going to make another double bow. So just try to make your loops the same size each time, then let out a tail, and then you're going to want to have some floral wire close by to wrap it nice and tight around the center of your bow. Make sure you fluff the loops of your bow, then you're going to take the wires and you're going to take those wires and you're going to go to I placed mine on the top left side of my wreath, but wherever you would like, and I just took the wires, wrapped them around the wreath form, went to the back, gave them a few twists, then cut them off short, and then I did hot glue a carrot to the center of my bow, and the carrot came from Dollar Tree also. I also had the thought of taking the little Dollar Tree twine carrots and hot gluing one in between each of the Easter eggs, so you'll have to let me know your thoughts on that, if I should do that or just leave it like it is. And here's how it looks hanging up on my wall. And here's some of my other Easter decorations I have out now. You'll have to let me know if you have started decorating for Easter or not yet. I know it's just a little bit early, but I just love decorating for Easter and spring. For my next DIY, we're going to be making a lantern swag. Most all of my flowers came from Dollar Tree, and so did the Easter egg picks. Right now, Dollar Tree has some pretty spring flowers out, so I picked up 2 of those. I just picked up several colors that I thought worked well together for spring. You can make yours whatever colors you want, use whatever type of flowers you want. Just do whatever makes you happy. There's no right way or wrong way. Just do whatever makes you happy. The larger bunch of flowers at the very end came from Dollar General, and they're one of my favorites. I used them when I made a little Dollar Tree bunny butt Easter centerpiece, and so those are one of my new favorite flowers, and I don't even know what they are. Are they cherry blossoms, apple blossoms? What type of flower are they? I also added a cute little bunny welcome sign, and I think this came from Dollar General, but it may have come from Dollar Tree. I picked it up last year, so a cute sign or something a little extra and special I like to add. Maybe even some carrots would be cute on this lantern door swag. But here I'm just taking my picks, cutting them into shorter pieces. Now I did leave the pick from Dollar General. I just left it whole, and then one other pick from Dollar Tree. I left it whole and placed those on the bottom of my swag. It's really easy to make a lantern swag. I like to make new ones for each season and holiday. And I'm also going to be adding some of the styrofoam Easter egg picks from Dollar Tree in this one. I did have some flowers left over. I didn't use all of the flowers. Now, my lantern is pretty tall. I picked it up a few years ago at TJ Maxx, so sometimes you just have to adjust it to fit the size of your lantern. You are also going to need a zip tie to wrap nice and tight around your swag when you get it finished. And I just left that one hole and one other pick hole. Now I'm going to start with them. You'll want to place your longer picks down first. So one on the left, fluff your flowers as you go. One on the right. So these are my longer, taller picks. They're going down first. Overlap the stems, fluff your flowers as you go. Make sure you have the stems overlapping. Next flowers, I'm just layering my flowers one on top of the other. And usually what I do on the left, I do on the right. But for this one, I did not make my ends match because I knew the top of mine, I wanted to use the pick from Dollar General, the cherry blossoms or apple blossoms, that kind of wispy look. So I did not make my ends match. So there's no rules, just do it whatever, to your taste, whatever your style is, just do it however you would like. I'm just kind of giving you some ideas here. To attach my sign, I am just using the twine that it came with on the top, placing it in the middle, and then I'm going to run that zip tie through it. That way it's nice and secure with the swag. So just take a zip tie, wrap it nice and tight around the center of your swag, pull that zip tie nice and tight, trim off the extra part of the zip tie, and then you'll want to fluff your flowers. Just remember, you can make this for any season or holiday. Just change up your flowers and your ribbon color. Very simple to do. Like I said, I like to decorate all of my lanterns, so I'll probably make one more for Easter. I haven't decided what I'm going to put inside this lantern yet. I don't know if I'm just going to do a LED battery powered candle, or if I'm going to fill it full of styrofoam Easter eggs, or if I'm going to put a bunny rabbit in it. I just can't decide how I'm going to decorate the inside. But this is how the swag looks. And then next I'm going to make a pretty bow to place in the center. Always remember to bend and shape your flowers. The next we're going to be adding a bow for our lantern swag. This ribbon came from Sam's Club. I purchased it just a few weeks ago. It's less than $7 for 50 yards. I am just using 20 gauge floral wire. Make sure you get the wire nice and tight around the center of your bow. Then I'm dovetailing the ends. Fold your end in half with the edges to the left side. Go to the folded side, cut away from the fold, and that makes the pretty V on the ends. Just kind of dresses up your bow. Then you'll want to fluff your loops. Now for this one, I know I'm going to have a few questions. I did just a regular, double bow, stacked my bows, and then for the satin ribbon, I did all 4 loops in line. That way it kind of had a different look when I put it on the lantern. Next, after I fluff my loops, I'm going to take the wire on my bow, going to go to the center of my swag, wrap the wires around the swag, give it a twist at the back, and then I usually just use the wires from my bow to attach it to my lantern, to the top of my lantern. I usually just wrap the wires around the little handle on my lantern, but if yours doesn't have a handle like the top square part of your lantern, maybe you can extend the wire and twist it to the top of the lantern. Also, another thought is just taking and using the bow wire, twisting it and making like a loop, and then taking some twine or fishing line and using that to attach it to the top of your lantern. But there's different ways to attach your swag to your lantern. I hope you enjoyed watching me do these 2 DIYs. They were very easy and inexpensive, so if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment, share this tutorial with your friends and family, and if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, what are you waiting for? I would love to have you as a subscriber. I just wanted to say thank you guys to everyone who leaves such sweet and positive comments on my tutorials. Y'all are just the best, and I appreciate y'all so much, and I enjoy reading y'all's comments. Sometimes y'all almost make me cry. Y'all are so sweet, so I appreciate y'all so much, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day.